As you grow older, you're going to notice that something interesting will happen. You will notice that your interests will change, that things that were important to you a while ago are not important to you anymore, that things that you used to value before, you don't value anymore. And it's perfectly natural that that happens, and actually it should happen. It is going to show you that you are changing as a person, that you are becoming more mature, that things that used to be important before, you look at them now and you're like, this is almost kind of silly. This is not so important as I thought. This is way less important than either what I thought or what people want to make it sound like. And you are going to notice that if it is a process in which you are becoming more mature and not more superficial or silly or immature or shallow, you are going to notice that those things that really matter are the ones you really want to pursue in life. And you shouldn't rush this process. You shouldn't run for it. And you shouldn't try to dismiss the things that in a certain period in your life you have valued. But as soon as you identify them, as soon as you notice that your interests are moving towards something new, you should go for them. As I said, not in a rush, not with desperation, but you should go in their direction. And you should go in their direction because they are the things that are going to give you what matters in life. They are the ones that are going to give you content, that are going to make you change as a person, and you should be always willing to change, to learn, to transform yourself. And that happens when we experience new things, when we listen to arguments that are different from the ones that we have, and when we stop searching for approval and agreement in life. And when you get to this point and you start finding these things that you're going to consider the important ones, the ones that are going to be the remarkable ones in your life, one thing that you should do is put energy on them. And before putting energy on them, actually, you should evaluate them, because they might seem the important ones, the interesting ones, the ones that matter. But at the end of the day, you will find out that they're just another silly thing that you have experienced before or that you thought before that was important. If you evaluate, if you take a good time to think of them and you notice that those things are the important ones to you and they are really the important ones, then put effort, put energy, and concentrate everything that you can on that. Why am I telling you that? Because nowadays people talk a lot, and as I said before in previous videos, for each season I do a kind of research. As we are on YouTube, I try to go for YouTube because that's probably what you are watching. And I try to listen to people, I try to listen to their advices, their videos, I see what they have to say. And there is a constant mantra that people are repeating, that is, become the best version of yourself. Improve yourself. Go for what interests you. Don't care to this or to that or to that other. Or when it comes to relationships, people saying relationships are not important. What matters is that you become the best version of yourself. And this is repeated often, maybe more often than it should be. And what I have noticed is the vast majority of people that are preaching this way of life that makes you become more egotistic, individualistic, and individualize yourself in your small bubble and do what apparently is the most important thing for you. These people are considering becoming the best version of yourself, improving yourself, being the man or the woman you want to be, to have money, to buy a sports car in case you are a man, to pursue your career and nothing else in case you are a woman. I see these people talking about becoming a better person, and what they do is they drink beer, they play video games, They meet their friends to talk about the new sports car that they got, the new motorbike that they got. And I can't stop asking myself if that is the best version of yourself. If you are becoming mature when you are doing that. If pursuing your career and having money in your account is what's going to make you a better person. When we consider life, when we consider the whole state that you have from birth to death. And sometimes I have the impression, I might be wrong, but sometimes I have the impression that this is not what is going to make you a better person. Because money in your account is only going to show me, when I get to meet you, that you are a very good player of the system, that you understood the way the world works and you decided to obey and play according to the rules in order to get there. That means you were very disciplined. Just like the student that at school takes the best grades, you are taking the best grades because you are being very lenient, obedient, very understanding of the situation. It is something that you accomplished, just like good grades at school. Oh yes, it is. But how much of a real better person, of a real better version of yourself have you become by doing that? Are you sure that in terms of values, in terms of mentality, in terms of mindset, in terms of what matters to you, you became a better person? I am not so sure. And you know why I'm not so sure? Because I have met such people. I have met the people who made the monthly 6 figures, as people say. And they are not necessarily the nicest people I have ever met. They are not necessarily mature people. They are, to a certain extent, disciplined in the sense that they are good at obeying. And they have a certain, how can I say, capacity to dive into something and do it. And these are good characteristics. But when you interact with them, in many cases, they are so proud of that. But so proud in a sense that they need to show everyone that they did it. They need to rub in people's face that they did it. And I ask myself, when you are mature, when you are not insecure, when you are sure of yourself, when you know that the things that you have accomplished are really good, do you need to be throwing that at people's faces? Do you need to be showing everyone that you did this and that? Do you need to consider yourself superior to others because you achieved it? All those signs, all those things that I have just presented you, they sound to me as traits of someone who is not mature, of someone who is not really an adult, of someone who brings pains, traumas, heavy baggage from previous moments in life, from things that this person maybe suffered in previous moments in life, and is now kind of become bitter or resentful or just a bitter person and does things just to prove that the person can do things. And are you going to live 75, 80, 85 years of your life just to give satisfaction to other people that you made it to have money in your account? I'm not sure this is what you should be pursuing. That's definitely not what I am pursuing. If I make money, that's very good. But I'm looking for other things in my life when it comes to becoming a better version of myself, as people so often say, an expression that I don't use much, that I don't like much. But when it comes to doing something that it's going to be good to me, I'm searching for intellectual maturity, emotional maturity, capacity of controlling my emotions in the moments that are needed, capacity in releasing and letting go my emotions in the moments that are proper to that, ability to deal with people in various situations, girlfriend, boss, colleagues at work, people out in the street, in the moment I'm going to a restaurant or to a business place, that I have to somehow establish a transaction with someone, buying, purchasing, or whatever, how to behave better in a more elegant and respectful and polite way. That's what I'm looking for when I'm thinking about becoming a better person or a better version of myself. And if money comes in that process, I'm very happy about it. But I'm not considering that I'm going to be a best version of myself only if my account increases in terms of zeros, because at the end of the day, they're just zeros.